This is one of the globally local recipes. This is modified, and I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. Husband made these, what, yesterday?
Yep.
It was, we weren't sure. We had very low expectations, didn't we?
I did, you didn't.
Well, I mean, I know that each recipe has been tasty, but I don't know what I thought either. Now, I used to be a big fan of eggs Florentine before I was vegan or vegetarian or anything. But I found that the sauces... Oh, that's cats playing in a box. I found that the sauces would always still be hard on my tummy, but sometimes it just seemed worth it because of the flavor. Well, with this recipe, I'd say it went over really well. We'd had a lot of portobello mushrooms lately, so kind of got tired of them. But the way they were seasoned, when you were eating them, you knew you weren't eating bacon. But don't worry, there's lots of alternatives out there. I don't think, you know, you don't need to have it to replace bacon. And with the way things are going, I'm pretty sure we're going to catch up with the texture and everything.
Within a couple of years.
Yeah, or less than a couple of years now, with the way, you know, people are you know, wanting alternatives. But this was a tasty meal. And I had some for breakfast without the portobello mushrooms. But do you see what this sauce, what's the sauce made of? Look what the portobello bacon marinade was made of. Now, like I told you, I knew I wasn't eating bacon, but I will tell you the aftertaste was bacon-like, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was bacon-like, like the seasonings, which just goes to show how much flavor has to go into stuff. Now, tofu. Now, I'm not, just because I'm vegan doesn't mean I'm always eating tofu. The only times we've had tofu is when we've,
I experimented with it.
yeah, when you experimented, which you did great with the stir fry, but, we're learning. This tofu eggs, I really did not expect. But I'm telling you, I am a believer now. Now, this is the last of the sauce, which I know I've gone overboard on, but I didn't want to waste some of it. And it's cashews. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, dairy-free. I know there's a lot of it, but you got the muffin. We added a tomato because I love tomato. The egg tastes like freaking eggs. Seriously, but not. There's something about eggs, even if you love eggs, that you don't quite like. How do you describe it? Oh no, just some bits in it sometimes or whatever. And but the texture and the taste of it, it's like eggs. Way better, in fact. And it's thanks to this, what this is called, this salt. This is what you salted the tofu with. So it's normal tofu. You put it in the pan.
They didn't really drain it because it used to be wet to go into the pan.
Yeah. And you add this. And this stuff will blow your mind. And this is coming from somebody who, before I went vegetarian, and before I went vegan, but when I was vegetarian, I had the egg and cheese. I loved poached egg especially, but I could have the fried egg. I got into the fried egg phase for a bit too, very unhealthy, but poached egg especially. I would have egg, tomato, cheese. The only thing that's missing is cheese, is only because I didn't get a cheese alternative. And we've already had plenty of cheese alternatives that taste freaking awesome. Like, especially that American cheese that was in the last recipe for the Big Macs that were vegan Big Macs. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, this is it. I'm just showing you that
tofu is better than eggs from a chicken, period.
Yeah. Oh my god, my husband said, did you hear him? He said that that tofu is better than eggs from a chicken, period. Clever man. Clever man. I should give you a banana. Okay, thank you again. Shout out to the vegans out there who are making awesome meals and coming up with, you know, it's an exciting time to be a vegan because food is awesome and tastes good, and people are getting more and more creative and inventive. Not that this is anything new to most vegans, but I'm just saying there will be no excuses. There already are no excuses, but I mean as far as taste or desire or cravings, not that I really have them, but this was something I had missed. I don't miss it anymore. So if you want to treat yourself with some rich sauce, cashews, plants. Look at all plants. Tofu plant, made of plant. Plants. Where do you get your protein, bruh? Well, look, where do you get yours? What's on your plate? Freaking awesome food is what.